Welcome to Nagas Odalicious. In today's video, we're going to see the preparation of the Deepavali Adirasam. Adirasam is a traditional sweet prepared during Deepavali made of the rice flour, jaggery, elaichi, dried ginger powder, ghee, deep fried in an oil, is an ancient delicacy. Since the sweetness is contributed by jaggery, it is a delicacy worth the festive season. The name Adirasam translates as excellent essence or excellent taste or ultimate taste. And the dried ginger takes care of our sensitive tummies, so let us have our share of Adirasam and enjoy the festival of lights. Let us look into the preparation now. So take 1 cup of raw rice, and this is 1 part measurement which I'll be using throughout the preparation. Wash the rice and soak it for 3 hours. After 3 hours, drain the water and pat dry the rice in a clean cloth on a table. Don't use fan or any artificial form of drying. It has to dry just like that at the room condition. Dry exactly for 10 minutes till the water drains. So don't dry it more than that, since the rice will lose the water, which will affect the consistency of the preparation. So now after 10 minutes the rice is wet but no water gets stuck to the palm. So at that stage you please take the rice and add 5 pods of elaichi and blend it in a mixer. The powdered rice has to be sieved so that coarse particles get settled in the sieve, and we have to again grind the coarse particle till we obtain a fine powder. Yes. So this rice flour is what we'll be using for the preparation of the Adirasam. Yes. So totally 1 cup of rice flour is ready now. So next we have to check with the Pagu Vellam. This is the jaggery which is used particularly for the preparation of Adirasam. Any other type of jaggery will not give us the consistency for the sugar syrup. So we are taking 3/4 measurement of the jaggery with the same cup that we used for taking our raw rice. To that add exactly 1/4 part of water, not more than that. And now allow it to boil for some time. For me, it took exactly around 7 minutes to get the pagu or the sweet syrup consistency. So we have to be very alert when we are preparing the syrup, because once the consistency is missed, then it becomes difficult for us to hold the Adirasam. So now let us take a small plate with water in it to check the consistency of the sugar syrup or the jaggery syrup. Take a little of the syrup and add it onto the water in the plate. Now when we try to push the syrup, it dissolves in water, which means the consistency is not yet obtained. So you have to keep stirring continuously till we obtain the consistency. So this entire process has to be maintained in a moderate flame. So almost we have arrived at the consistency. So I can just see from the color and the texture of it. Let us just check. So I've taken a few drops of the syrup and I've added it into the water in the plate. And when I try to push it, it moves. It is not getting solubilized in the water. And when I hold it in the hand, I'm able to twist it like this. So this is called as the tomato consistency, the exact desired consistency for Adirasam to be prepared. And now we have to be very alert. because if we miss this, then it becomes difficult for us to prepare the adirasam. So after stirring everything uniformly, and this stage we have to be alert because we have to switch off the flame and then add the rice powder. Little by little we have to add and mix them consistently. So if our preparation is perfect, then exact 1 cup of the rice flour that we have prepared will get mixed uniformly with the jaggery syrup or the pag that we have prepared. And because for this we need 2 people, because one person has to keep stirring it continuously and one person has to add the rice flour. Here my daughter is helping me in adding the rice flour. Yes, almost done and set. Now at this stage add 1 teaspoon of the dried ginger powder or the sukku powder and 1 teaspoon of ghee for the flavor. Now mix it completely and allow it to cool. So minimum it requires around 1 hour to cool. So cool it for an hour and then let us start preparing the delicious adirasams. After 1 hour, now the dough is soft enough to knead. So knead it uniformly and roll them into lemon-sized balls. For this 1 cup measurement that I have taken, approximately we will get around 10 to 12 adirasams. So after rolling the dough into balls, now take a plate. So this small plate, on the top of it we are placing an wooden base which has holes in it. Because once the adirasam is cooked, it will have some oil in it. So we have to keep the adirasam and we get a wooden top with this apparatus and we have to squeeze and take the oil out. And this also has one more application. The same wooden plate can be used for the preparation of the adirasams before dipping them in the oil. So this is one way of flattening the dough for adirasam. And the second way of flattening the dough is slightly grease the wooden apparatus and gently press the adirasam ball kept on the wooden base. So this is the second way of flattening the dough. But this one is always my favorite. I am always in love with the banana leaf, and wherever it comes into cooking preparation, I simply love the process. So just take a banana leaf, spread a little bit of oil, place the adirasam dough and flatten it with a small piece of banana leaf over it with the wooden top. Yes, perfect shapes of adirasams are obtained. And now take this flattened adirasam dough and put it in a frying pan which has hot oil. So we have to ensure that the oil is maintained in a moderate flame. We should not use high flame anywhere. So moderate flame, and after some time we can even simmer the flame because slight heat is enough for the adirasams to get perfectly cooked. Yes. And now after putting them in the oil, we have to turn the sides of the adirasams once they turn golden brown in color. So our adirasams are getting cooked perfectly. So once they are cooked, we have to transfer the adirasam onto the wooden base. Yes. So this is the perfect color and shape of the adirasams that we have got. So now we have to just separate them from the oil and place them on the wooden base. So after placing the adhirasam on the wooden base, with help of the wooden top, we have to squeeze the adhirasam. So when we squeeze it, the excess oil will come out, and through the holes it will get collected in the plate. Yes, perfectly cooked adhirasam is ready. So let us take the second one and also squeeze it off. So when we are doing batch work, so we have to flatten the adhirasam balls and keep them ready, so that it will be easy for us to process the adhirasams. So take a big banana leaf and flatten all the adhirasam doughs and keep it ready, so that it is easy for us to process adhirasams in batch. This wooden base and the top, it is particularly designed for the sake of adhirasam preparation. Give a gentle press that is sufficient, don't crush it too tightly. So we can observe the oil is oozing out of the adhirasams. So the Diwali delicacy adhirasam is ready. So Diwali is the festival of light that brings joy and happiness into our lives. So have a happy Diwali. So this is from Naga's Odalicious, wishing all the viewers over there a very, very happy and a prosperous festival of lights. And thanks for watching. Till then, stay safe.